What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you today with more Danmachi. And today we're going to be talking about 7th Zone, because apparently we're just cursed to do this video on Monday. I meant to bring this video out several times over the weekend, and it ain't happened, so... You'd think weekends would be the free time. So, Water Zone. Let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll talk about Dark Zone. Well, you'll see why I'm going to say Dark Zone's going to kind of be left on the back burner. This is the team we're going to use, and we'll get in here. We'll talk about why each one of these units were selected for this. I know my assists are off the damn chain, but unfortunately, those are just the assists I have. Water Zone's even worse. We'll talk, or Dark Zone's even worse when we get to it. Now, I'm going to be real. I'm basically relying on the new Argonaut to do everything here. Argonaut is going to be an absolute killer in this event. Okay, so we're going to debuff Akane with Haruhime. We're going to start doing the physical resist, magic resist down with Argo. It's probably not that necessary, but I just like to make sure I do that. Per usual, 33% SA gauge charge with Line, and then we're going to go ahead and do the 100% SA gauge charge with Chigusa. Now, there is something to be said for probably putting Chigusa on the back end instead of Fina. I personally find this just builds the SA a little bit faster, and with as quickly as we're going to kill this, I'm not so worried about it, to be honest. Okay, Line did get stunned. Let's make sure, yeah, she got everything off before she got stunned, so we're not worried about that. And then basically we're just going to spam Yosuga for the rest of the match with Haruhime. We're going to spam Electric Slash with Argo. We're going to do Luminance here. Now, Luminance does guard rate down 30% and type attack all targets plus 30%. That's going to be really, really, really important. And Ice Blade will just kind of be what it is. Now, no one on this team is a Phantasma killer, so we really don't have that kind of luck here. If you don't have Argo, make sure you pick a Phantasma killer. They will help you through this. Actually, I wonder, I don't remember if she is or not. It won't tell us here, unfortunately. I wish it really told us on the screen, but I don't think she is, though. We're going to go ahead and do her buff, and I'm going to go ahead and do Argo's buff one more time, just to make sure she doesn't die. That's going to ensure us the S-clear on this bad boy. Notice everything else is just going to get spammed. Nothing new or interesting, really, in regards to this. All right, now we've got an SA, and I'm going to do the SA with Haruhime. In fact, you know what? I'm going to hold off, and I'm going to do a double SA with Haruhime and Argo. It's going to pay out dividends. Okay? And then we're just going to keep spamming both of their AoE attacks. And you'll see with Chigusa, now you don't necessarily have to use Chigusa here. You can use Winter Chigusa. You can use, there's several units, in fact, including the new Reveria, who increase SA gauge 100%. Chigusa isn't really producing damage. She has no bonds or anything like that. So really you could use, if you max the new Reveria, you could use her here. She's not going to be producing damage, but she's definitely going to be holding her own, and she's going to be defensively just fine. So do be aware of that. That is a definite other option you could do there. Basically, all she's doing is she's just increasing the SA gauge so that we can start spamming super attacks like absolute crazy. All right? Now, like I said, there is something to be said for bringing Chigusa and, for that matter, the Casino Seer in later on. Now, interesting note with Casino Seer, if you do not have her, you can use the new Finn. Now, I'm going to do a whole video on Finn once I have a max limit broken. Unfortunately, I don't even have bonds in him yet, so we're really hoping to land some bonds with the paid banners and with the whale boxes. If you have him, and especially if you have max limit broken, he's a great frontline unit. Even at 22% SA gauge charge, if you sack him out and then bring him in later on, when I say sack, I mean like we have Line tied to the revolving amulet, you can have him on her, and then everybody gets the 20% SA gauge, 22% SA gauge charge, and then they leave. And then whoever comes in, that's 22% SA gauge you wouldn't otherwise have. And this would build my SAs even flipping faster. So we're going to go ahead and do this and keep spamming this. Now the nice part is we're now going to have 100% strength and magic on everybody. So that's good news. I didn't notice the strength and magic were down. That's fine. That is not preferable, but it is a thing. So it doesn't look like we're going to get the S-Clear on this one. Sadly, we're not going to get the S-Clear on this one. I already did it with this team, and I think I just did it. I did Haruhime's essay a little bit earlier. I think would have been the big difference. But let's go ahead and do it. Now, there is something to be said for also double attacking with Argo and Fina once Haruhime's buff is in place. That actually is pretty killer, and they have a really, really, really good... oh, it's because of strength and magic down. Oh, we're debuffed. So, there... That is frustrating. Like, all get out. Ugh! I wish we weren't debuffed. So, once again, there is something really nice to say for... having like someone that can remove those debuffs on you. Unfortunately, I did not run it on this team and have not run into this problem before. It's not been at least this prominent or consistent. So I think the next essay I do is going to be with both Fina and Argo. Let's go ahead and do that here in the next couple of turns. Not the run I was really hoping to have, if I'm completely honest with myself. Now, there is one way to do this, and unfortunately I don't have the team to do it quite yet. There's a way you could just spam essays left, right, and center with all the units we have. With Reveria, Chigusa, the Light Tione, and then obviously the new Finn assist with the Casino Seer. There is a meme team that you could build with that. I am working on that, but once again, I still have to get Reveria and Finn bonds, and I have not yet. So as soon as I have that, I will bring that video to you guys, and that one's going to be a ton of fun. That one really will be a lot of fun. All right. But it does kind of require all those units be max limit broken, so that is a definite thing. All right, I'm sure we're debuffed again. Ugh. Wish we were not debuffed. So frustrating. Just so frustrating. Bam! But the long and the short of it... Would you die? Alright. The long and the short of it basically is you just need a thunder unit that does AoE damage, and you need a lot of buffs. Now, some people have the old Otarl. I think he's a mistake on this team because he really doesn't give himself a lot of buff skills. He really doesn't give himself enough damage. Thought they had a combo attack. Or was that their combo attack and I just missed it? Maybe I was yakking and wasn't paying attention. That's a distinct possibility, honestly. Alright. Last turn. So if I made a mistake here, it is honestly letting those debuffs stay in place. If you got Winter Haru, more power to you. She's going to kill this. Those debuffs are murdering Argo right now. Murdering him. Like, we would have been done turn 9 if this was not for those. So, Winter Chigusa was a valiant effort and an interesting thought, but in execution, not the right unit. It was a thing. It was completely a thing. Let that be a lesson. Oh, it's still within 15 turns. Okay, all right. Well, let that be a lesson to you. If you can get rid of the debuffs and you have a decent Argo, he can kill it. He can absolutely ruin it. But that's not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that. Could be better, could be worse. I'm definitely going to go in and retry that. But let's go ahead and talk about Dark Zone real quick. Basically, it's the same thing. You just want to build a team with the best AoE you have. Now, I was going to run this with Toka and debuff with the Goblin Slayer, but I have so many max limit broken units on here, I don't know if it's really worth even going through the effort. We'll try. We'll go ahead and set this up. Now, once again, we're going to set it up with Stun Anklets. I am nerfing myself by using Toka. I do have Finn, the new Light Finn. I have him max limit broken. He's utterly just going to walk all over this event. So if you have him max limit broken, 100% use him. I'm trying to use someone that I have that is an AoE, that is a light unit, that won't just laugh at this. Now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and give Line the Revolving Anklet. Okay. And, I'm sorry, Amulet. And I'm going to go ahead and give Goblin Slayer one. Now, why am I using Goblin Slayer on this team? Honestly, actually, you know who I really need to use on this team? Let me go ahead and swap him out. Let's go ahead. I think she's a water unit. Yes. Her. Is that... No, that's not the one. That's not the one. Which eyes is it? Is this the one we were using? Nope, that's not the one either. That one. The one with the headband. Yeah. Is that not her? What is her type? No. What is her type? This eyes is a much better fit. Armor eyes. She's the light unit. Oh. Who'da thunk it, right? Stay within type. This eyes is really awesome for this event. Basically, her biggest thing is the fact that she does guard rate down and attack all targets down, or attack all target damage up. The reason that I was going to use Goblin Slayer is because we need to reduce the physical debuff. She reduces light resistance. We won't have physical resistance down, but at this rate, we'll actually have the guard rate. So let's go ahead and give this a try. Now, this is a different team entirely. I know it looks the same, but we're going to go into some of the big changes here. Okay? Now, first of all, I am running the light Haruhime, the swimsuit Haruhime. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to do an SA with the two of them, swimsuit Haruhime and the OG Haruhime. And basically what that's going to do is that's actually, you know what, I don't even have to do that. I'm going to just do an SA with light Haruhime, and that's going to give Toka 80% on both of her stats. So she's going to be really good at that point. Right now she's not so great, but after that, she'll be pretty respectable. Okay? Let's highlight physical attack. You know what? I'm just going to continue spamming that. We're just going to spam that to the end of the earth. Okay? And removes strength, magic, and agility buffs. We can do that. And HP regen. You know what? We'll do that. We'll do that because I don't have anybody on her that can increase her. Ooh. Now it is worth noting if you have anybody that's a beast killer, and it looks like that Eyes actually was a beast killer. I think she was the one. I'd have to look at her again. She'd be a good match for this. I didn't even realize she was light at first. I just thought I was use her as a sack. Now I am coming in and bringing in once again a unit that does 100% SA buff. She's not really going to be the best unit here, but she will definitely hold her own. She is maxed on my broken, but she's once again not here to produce damage. She's here to increase the SA gauge charge. Alright. They're trying to do ailments. Alright, so we're going to do an SA with Haruhime. That's going to give everybody a big buff. Lego. Now, once again, the light Tione, she is awesome, but she's not awesome. She's good because she increases SA gauge 100%, but she doesn't really produce damage on the same level as the rest of them. Not only that, the biggest drawback to her, well, she's just kind of older. And she doesn't, you can kind of tell. You can tell the unit has aged quite a bit. And she's single target, so, you know, check your expectations with her. But to be fair, most everyone in this team is single target, except for Toka. So this is kind of why this is going to be a really interesting match. Now, Toka, for me, kind of represents a unit. Notice she's my only real attacker. Everybody else is kind of attacking, but not really. Toka is the main goal here. Bam. Bam. I guess they're doing 100k, so they're doing quite respectably. But I digress. No, I don't want her special arts. I want her special arts. Bam. There we go. Let's see what she does here. Now, she's got 80% across the board, but she is a fairly aged unit. Let's see what happens here, though I do love her essay so much. Okay, yeah, see? And that's kind of what you get out of an older unit. So we're not really expecting an S-clear out of this. Even though we've got a team full of max limit breaks, the main unit, the main attacking unit, is +2, and really kind of an aged unit. If you want to see, once again, what she does there, we'll go back and show that one more time. So we're not producing the kind of damage we need to produce to wreck this out. Now, once again, if you have a beast killer, that's the one you want to pick. I didn't quite go that far. I just, because all my other units are max level broken, and I know you guys don't want to see that. You want to see a unit that isn't quite doing what they need to do. So if you notice here, the big difference between her and a lot of other units, she just does ultralight physical attack. She doesn't really have any major buffs, any major additions. She's definitely on the lower echelon at this point of units in this game, even though she's 80% across the board. She doesn't really get any extra buffs here, nothing like that. So she is kind of struggling a little bit, if I'm honest. Kind of struggling a little bit. It'll be interesting to see. We might not actually even clear this. Now, once again, if I had Finn on here, this would be done in this turn. This would be the last turn of the event. So that is the clear and distinct difference between newer units. Who's the beast killer? I think it's Tione. I'm not 100% certain. But whatevs. Not that terribly important. Get it? So she doesn't have any additions. She doesn't really have anything. We're just literally spamming her essay. Now, this is what I talk about when I say Finn would be so good. The new Finn assist would be so good. Because imagine how many more essays we'd be getting with another 99 to 100% per turn. Yeah. You can kind of see right there where that would pay off drastically. Now, his stats, not so great. Not so great at all. But for what he does, it is well worth the investment. Bam. So we're wearing him down, but if I'm honest, it ain't quite what I was hoping for. I really need to put Finn on here and just wipe it out. It's not a good run at all. It kind of shows you, like, you could really easily tank a team of max limit breaks by using the wrong units. So when I go in here and I show you guys, like with the last run with the Thunder team, there are units that are just universally good to use, and some units that just kind of suck. Sorry, Toka. There was a point at which you were actually pretty good, but even with 80% all across the board, she's just not cutting it. Look at that. To be fair, she's also debuffed. She is debuffed quite a bit, but and that's kind of the downside. Is I really need to have the Winter Haruhime on here. I was trying a little something weird with the swimsuit Haruhime. At this point, I'm curious if we'll even. I don't think we're even going to clear it. No, we need swimsuit Haru on this one. 100% need swimsuit Haru. There's no other way around that. So, interesting takeaway here, guys. Make sure it's vitally important that you remove those debuffs at all costs. Do not get stuck in that rat trap if you can manage it. Now, we did pretty well over here, but he's also +4, and he's really good, and his essay has a ton of buffs. So if you have the Thunder Argonaut, definitely take advantage of it. If you do not, it's just a thing, guys. Pick your best unit and go at it. In this situation, like I said, the only other unit that I have that I can throw on there is Finn, and Finn's going to kill it. So I know you don't want to see that video. That video is not going to be fun to watch because it's just going to be a slaughter. So yeah, go out there and get your best possible Thunder AoE unit, Light AoE unit, buff them up the best you can, remove those debuffs, and make sure that your defenses are on point. Use a stun anklet like you saw me do for this team. You got to have that stun anklet. If you do not, you're going to get creamed. The good news is this is a fairly easy one. It's not as hard as last time. It's not a double ailment. You'll be set. So that is all of my tricks and hints. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments section. Sorry that wasn't quite the success. I thought it'd do better than it was, but once again, good team build, bad team build. Kind of a scrub level team, mostly AoEs. Or AoEs. Mostly mostly MLBs. So that's the video. Let me know what y'all thought. Like, comment, share. I'll catch you on the next one.